All right, we're back. I have no idea if that was a glitch, a bug, or whatever, but I have this save here that was at the portal when you do the hex core mission, and it's just before you open the portal for Polo. Uh, so I'm on this desert planet here. There's the portal. In theory, I can go through it and uh, get to the hex core planet, but when I tried to do it last time, I didn't get any text. So, oh, bugger. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hop out of here, and God, it's been a while since I've played. Okay, I'm gonna hop out of here and go back to Polo and see if I can reset the mission, or I might just have to give up on it and try whatever the next mission is. So I need some iron. So load up on some iron rocks. Here we go. And if you can hear me, let me know. This is literally the first time I've attempted. Ah, come on. This is literally the first time I've attempted to do voice chat on broadcast. So if you could comment just once and say, hey, I hear you, I would really appreciate it super much because I don't know if you can hear me. Oh, God, this is my favorite. This is my favorite song off the soundtrack, Escape Velocity. It is amazing. I would love it 50 years from now to be played at my funeral. I think that would be great. Launch me into space while this song is playing because it's rad as heck. So, okay. I love this planet. Even though, like, it's not a lush planet or whatever. I like desert planets because honestly, like, I spent most of my childhood in southern Oregon, and it's kind of high desert, and it looks not so much like this particular planet, but the feel for some of these, especially like uh, the alpine and the desert uh, biomes, really feel like home. Even though I absolutely hated my childhood there, that was mostly other kids. The environment was beautiful. So I have a freighter because I've done that much at least. Love these little like devil's towers. So that's bad. Let's see here. I'm supposed to. I need to get out of this space. So this is Jake. If Jake, you're the only person following, that's totally cool too. And you don't have to text me until you're done with whatever you're doing. So. This universe has greatly changed. Evolution has clocked 1,000 loops, friend. The very metals and minerals of the world are refreshed, echoed by diets of all strange and splendid beasts. I believe the hex cores have been attracting creatures nibbling at this anomalous snack. We shall observe the effects, feed our animal friends, and search the results for clues. It's a pooper scooper mission. That is hilarious. This is joy stuffed research we do. Okay, I accept the week 2 mission. I found a prime site to continue our research track, my friend. I am transmitting you coordinates for a portal to bypass the light years. Through that gateway, our research begins. Target is outside the system, but is the portal where I'm supposed to go. Let's see here. Oops. Current mission, right? Black hole, Atlas Station, current mission. So it's not there. Oh, wait. Path selected, current mission, destination reached. But is. Oh, okay, fine. Okay. Whoa! Alright. Get up far enough that I can see our map. There's my freighter. There's the space station. Let's see here. Is that just the trading post, the abandoned building I've been to once? Trading post I've been to once. That portal I need to go to somewhere around here? Alrighty. Those bugs still exist. That's kind of too bad, but fun time. Little sound bugs are the worst. Alright, fine. I'm gonna look at the log. What am I supposed to do here? There we go. No, wait. Yes? Be honest, strange spaceship. Build teleport receiver? No, community research. Here we go. Okay, make contact with spaceman and visit Martin planet. Alright, I just didn't have the mission up. That's why. Portal detected. Give me the portal. Oh, now it's on that planet. That explains a lot. Okay. Not the abandoned building. Oh well, it's close enough. Hey, if you can hear me, say hi. I just, I'd love to talk. You got something going on? Be sure to smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Pirate. I'm so tired. Come on. Rotate me. Okay. There we go. Whoa. Several frames a second. Alright. That was some severe deja vu about this. That's actually good. My parents always told me deja vu is when your universe is going the way it should. Like following the universe itself. I never totally bought in, but it seemed reassuring. Best part is having deja vu about talking about your deja vu, which is amusing. Alright. Well, it's me anyway. Yeah. Hit this off. Game sure is beautiful. So, like I was saying in the other stream, I'm a day one player, and while I really dug the like super empty atmosphere and loneliness of the game, it's just so much better now. Like there's just not getting over how much better looking and deeper mechanically that it is now. Of course, if you're watching this, you're probably part of the choir I'm preaching to. Not a big deal, though. Alright, what have you got for me? The portal yawns before me. I inhale deeply, awed by the imposing structure. Destination proposed requests have my fingertips. Are there others treading this interstellar path with me, I wonder? Sure, let's enter those glyphs. I'm glad I don't have to know them. That would just be the worst. Alright. Let's hit it. I'll be honest, even though it's a bug, I kind of dig that max headroom sound. Always makes me wonder if the game's gonna crash. It's a little tension, a little excitement. Dig it. Ah. And that was me losing the battery pack to my headset. Hilarious. Alright. Theater of the mind, folks. Got real life Foley action going on here. Alright. Plug that back in. Press the charge button. Ta-da. Alright. The portal she opens. That sound effect new? It feels like this sound effect is new. Or at least, like, adjusted. I don't know. I feel like YouTubers are always saying that too. It's like, is this new? It's like, no, it's been there since day one. You just haven't seen it yet. Occasional sandstorms. Occasional sandworms. Nice. Yeah, nice. I have a couple of on my multi-tool. I have a couple of scanner. I think just one. Yeah, but it's enough to give me a ton of money. Oh, hello. Wow, lots of folks. All right. So, what am I supposed? I'm supposed to feed animals, right? So let's see here. That's all creepy. Where's some animals? Peace. Fort York, Toronto, Canada. What's up? Alright. So all these messages, of course, are from people leaving stations. As you can see from the hundreds or dozens, that lots of people have begun this mission, which is cool. It is, the way they do multiplayer is really interesting to me. If you're new to the game, the multiplayer is asynchronous for the most part, except in your squad. If somebody joins your game and you let them, or you whitelist some friends and you all to get together and play, you can see each other's characters and you can interact, voice chat, and you can do player versus player and cooperative stuff, build bases together, etc. But outside the 4 or however many people are in your squad, depending on when you're watching this, you can also see asynchronous player stuff. They show up as like little glowing orbs. Are there no creatures on this planet or something? Oops. That's 13 of 13. Okay, so there's lots to feed here. Oh, cool! There's there's a wild gek. That's awesome. Of course, they would pick that for this planet. So I have to feed 25 creatures. Anyway, so you see, but then you can also see all the stuff they leave behind. So these players are putting down communication stations, which leave a little message for everybody to see. They're building bases. You can see here that there's some communication stations, and then very likely you're going to see some bases around here. What the F is going on with my scanner? Thank you. Okay, that was a little bit too much. So it's, in my opinion, it's really neat. I think it's a good compromise, kind of between that full MMO experience where everybody's up in everybody's chili, Wild West PvP, and then the single player or just a pure squad experience where it actually would be just as lonely, if it's just you and 3 friends, then you're just basically, it's a party-based single player game instead instead of a single player game. So it's not perfect, right? Although with the options they've added to the whole thing. In fact, I haven't tried those out. So dot 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 dot. So I've turned network play off, but if I turn it on and then say no one, friends only, anyone, no one, can add base parts, no one, can delete base parts, no one, show ship marker to anyone, friends only, and show on foot to friends only. And then what do we have here? Yeah, so there's this big old player list. Now there's a bunch of people in my game. Are there really 14 people in my game right now? Well, am I going to see 14 people suddenly? Holy smokes, did they do that? Like, am I really gonna... Okay, now I'm interested. Now I'm intrigued. Because up until the last time I played, 4 was kind of the max. I had never seen that player list just blow up like that. Let's just see if these guys are orbs or not. I'm curious. So, Gansby has joined my game and left my game. I think this is gonna have a lot. So, which is cool. I'm not gonna block anybody because now nobody can hurt me, which is great. Honestly, the best option. Like those levels of controls were exactly what I'd hoped they'd implement. Just do such a great job. But I want to see if I could see people feeding animals. Because if I can see 14 people feeding animals, I'm just gonna plot. That's what a way to. Good God, where is it? Okay, what a way to just like show the world. Yeah, by the way, we just expanded squads to blah. Uh, you know, they're always doing stuff like that where they just surprise you. Am I talking a lot? Yes, I'm talking a lot. Okay, let's just see if you're an orb or yeah, you're an orb, and that's fine. Being an orb is there's no shame in being an orb. But that's I think that's a good example of that. So there's this passive like 16 player lobby, and here's one, right? I think I can interact with them. Hey, zombie ninja, you want to construct a monument really quick? I know that's like so old school and pre-next. If you want to just not do it, that's cool. But I gotta say I'm really excited. I bet I don't have voice chat on. Because honestly, I don't know if I want to hear anybody. Okay, I'm not. I'm done waiting for you. Let's see here. Do I turn voice chat? You know what? No, I'm not gonna do it. Like I'm streaming. I'm not gonna get on and have 50 people talking. That would just be chaos. Okay, so Doom species left my game. WTF? Actually, I'm just gonna make this easier on myself. I don't even want to comment on that, so I'm just gonna turn off network play for now. Okay, let's get to feeding some creatures. That's what we're all here to see. A little feeding of creatures, little creature poop, a little going through for some quicksilver. Let's see what's up. I'm just gonna run around for a bit. I'm doing 56 degrees. Nice. Ah, that view. Ah, man. I think it's a good planet. They're doing good. I know these aren't handcrafted, they just picked them out of kind of a hat. But that's pretty rad, I gotta say. Oh, woke up Sentinel. I love that they sleep now. I just think that's so cool. I just absolutely love that they sleep. And then you walk by them and they wake up. Instead of just like always flying. That's a nice tree. That feels new. That feels like a tree I haven't seen before. I love it. Very Australian. Kind of a eucalyptus-y thing, maybe? I don't know. Oh, hey. Come here, bud. What do I have to do to feed you? Cobalt! Cobalt! It's in caves and whatnot. Okay. I will get you your cobalt. What do you eat? Oh, you're a little one. Oh god, you're beautiful. Oh, you're adorable. Okay. Yeah. I like the new sounds, too. Okay, so you guys eat cobalt. Can I find some cobalt? Is there a cave anywhere on this forsaken planet? Oh well. We'll find out. To be continued. Oh. The ponds. It's got ponds. Oh, that's awesome. That? Yeah, I think it is. Alright. So cobalt only grows in caves. Hey, if you can hear me and you're able to, say something in the chat, because this is the first time I've done any voice chat in my broadcasts, and I would love a confirmation that I'm doing this right. So hit me up. And welcome to the stream. Thank you for just randomly coming over. I'm very pleased. Let's see, you guys can give me cobalt? No. Okay. Come on. Oh, there we go. God rays. Okay. So, doing the community mission. Community mission is a poop collection mission. This is very important biological research. And the first creature I saw needed cobalt. And so I'm looking for a cave in which to mine some cobalt so that I can feed said wild gek looking creatures. This is... and they're the only creatures I've seen that aren't flying, so I'm kind of like, even those... Oh! Hello. What do you eat? Come back! You find me repulsive? All the creatures are shy. It's just cruel. Oh, I need to run faster. Come on, come on. Let me feed you. Cobalt. They need cobalt too. Gosh, damn it. Alright. Well. Hilarious. Alright, so I need to find a cave. Obviously, these cobalt eating creatures. Require some cave spelunking first. I'm just wandering now. I have no idea where I'm going. But that's the whole point, isn't it? I wonder if I'm not broadcasting at all. We're all simulated youth. I'm a simulation. Oh, good. So I have heard from somebody who is texting me that you can hear me just fine, which is wonderful. Apparently, though, I can't see your chats, which is ridiculous. Thank you so much, YouTube and PlayStation. So yeah, I'm just going to dabble on for a while and wander around, and maybe someday I'll find a cave. I have 6 days to find this cave and feed some cobalt to some creatures. Now, I know that at least one of my followers watching is fairly new to the game, so I'm going to be describing a lot of this in terms of, hey, I've never played the game, why is this interesting to me, etc. So this is just one of those commentary tracks. If you're cool with that, I'm cool with that. That's rad. Why? Let's see here. Okay. I'm gonna stop for a second. I'm gonna see if I can set it up so that I can do. Let's see here. Do settings really quick. Just making sure that broadcast settings. I'm gonna see if I can view comments. Yes, I'd like to view comments. I think that's what I want to do. No, advanced settings. Here we go. Okay. Comments to speech, display, message to spectators and spectators' comments is checked, and that's. I don't know why I'm not getting it. It's because I've turned that on? No. The community to your broadcast. Okay. Whatever. I can't see your comments. I am actually really super sorry that I can't see your comments for whatever reason. I'm sure you guys are awesome. And are very friendly. And I've driven the other one away. Awesome. Find me repulsive. Alright. God dang it, where the hell's a cave? Oh, I gotta find a creature that doesn't eat fucking cobalt. Oh no, you eat cobalt too. God damn it. Okay. This entire fucking planet, there's no caves. I love it. Okay. I bet you cobalt's like a secondary element. So that's a cool thing. So all of these rocks and whatnot will give you a primary element, but then if you scan them, you take the time to actually scan them like an adult, you earn a little money, and you also can mine the secondary element out of it, which is sometimes very useful and actually rare, like outside of the kind of the biome you're in. So you could, well, like in this case, you get pyrite as a secondary for some of these rocks. Yeah, pyrite. Okay. Maybe the plants have some cobalt in them. Cactus flesh is the secondary. Give me the flesh. It's kind of a weird hodgepodge of... Oh, hello. Got some very peaceful looking spider crab creatures that I am interested in saying hello to. Oh, and like a Stegosaurus-y buffalo. Hey, come on, guys. Come here. Oh, hey, you eat carbon. And then they get a little happy face on top of them when you feed them. And others know that you're feeding, and so they come around too. And it's super cute. So now I fed you, and I fed you. And we'll just see. What about you? Do you eat carbon? You do. Awesome. What about you, little guy? I'll feed you too. So now I'm just super popular with the animals. And eventually, they're going to poop out their butts. And I pick up the top right to get hexite crystals. And it looks like hexite is the thing that gets turned into quicksilver. Quicksilver is... Oh, come on. Quicksilver is the thing I need the most in order to... Okay, I see. In order to get that in-game currency so I can get those sweet emotes and new helmets and whatnot. Okay. Yeah, you're... Okay, do that. Yeah. I've got 25. Okay, I have to feed 25 creatures. I got you. Okay. Oh, yeah. Calm down. Okay, there you go. Honestly, this mechanic is just so hilarious. The feeding mechanic is probably one of my favorite secondary mechanics. Oh, yeah. I should open the YouTube dashboard with my phone. That is so super smart. I just need to turn down the sound so I don't get a feedback loop. Ah, da da. Jake, monkey. All right, there we go. Okay, okay. Now I can see your chats, but I can't see your text. So there you go. So chat me up. Let's see here. Okay, look for these red crystals. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love it. They want more food. Give me more food. They'll just bump you. There we go. Oh, yes. Good job. You did good. I'm so proud of you. Exactly. Gotta get that sweet poop. That's the poop. Right there. That. Alright. So, I've done 5. But I'm supposed to do 25 creatures. It doesn't matter how many of these, like, hexite crystals I get. So, which is good because it's like 3,000 hexite crystals for, like, the entirety of all the bonuses. And, like, there's no way I'm getting that anytime soon. So, I have 6 days at least. My voice sound okay? I'm using like the default PlayStation headset, and it's pretty good. Like it's a wireless headset, uh, but I do feel like sometimes I bet I sound a little nasally because like it's just a Bluetooth microphone. It's not like a fancy mic like I'm used to using for podcasting. So, hello there. All right. So, oh no, I gotta do the yeah. Okay, these you're so ugly. I love you. Oh, you're such a good boy. It's like potty training an animal. Crate training alien creatures. Yes, yes, I'll feed you more. Don't worry. But that's like a bad temptation, right? Because I'll get hex crystals, but I won't get more creatures for that. Come on now. Okay, there we go. He wants me to feed him. So he's a hungry boy, BOI, as Griffin McElroy would say. He's a hungry boy, and he really wants my sweet, sweet carbon, which just come on. And he is super hungry, and I'm trying to pick up his poop like a good dog walker, and he's saying, "Oh no, feed me more, feed me more." Because of that, I love the new AI for animals. Honest to God, it's just so hilarious. Okay. What am I at? I have lots, right? I have 161 hexacrystals, which is cool. In the future, I will need more. What have I got going on? Do I cover nose from microprocessor? Can I move these to my start? No, my starship's not. Can I move to my freighter? Haha, I can. That's awesome. Okay. So, just freeing up some space so I can get more poop crystals. This is literally the weirdest demo I would ever give to a friend who wanted to be like, hey, Madeline, how's No Man's Skyward? Well, first off, it is an animal feeding and pooping simulator. Uh, and also, there is a lot of running around looking for things that aren't there. God dang, you're fast. When did they make the creature so fast? Come back! Come back! Come on, let me feed you. Are you too big for me to feed? Some of the megafauna you can't feed. Good God! Okay, okay, fine. Can I feed you? Like a baby giraffe. Yes, I can. Come on. Let me feed you. Thank you. Aw. Look at this cutie. Oh, yeah, here, yeah. You want some too. Okay, cool. I like this guy. He has, oh my god, he has no eyes. That's so creepy. I love it. Yeah, them creatures is scared. Uh, look, buddy, pal. This is how this relationship works. You poop. I feed you. Yeah, give me a little of what I want. This mission is destroying my reputation. I was a good Christian woman. And then I played No Man's Sky, and now all I do is talk about poop. And the poop economy. Poop adjacent activities. Oh god, that bounced. I saw it bounce. That's awesome. Alright. I bet you those cobalt creatures poop mad poop. And I'm just getting like the low quality dregs. This carbon poop I bet is just not as good as the cobalt poop. We live in a poop economy. At the very least, we live in a shitpost economy, or a post-shit economy. I couldn't tell you which. Post economy? Anyway. This is my favorite game. This is the game I've played 1,000 hours of. And today, I'm harvesting poop. Hello, welcome to Bob Ross Paints. Today, we're going to be harvesting poop. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. How many creatures have I done? 11. Alright, almost halfway there. I feel very good about myself. Ah, yes. God, that animation was right there. Used to be, the animation was the same as the eating animation, and the poop came out their mouths, and that was super gross. And while it was alien, it was definitely one of those things that needed to be improved with the new version. I'm glad they did it, because boy, it sure is nice not to see them puking feces. Oh no, I'm out of carbon. Time to blow stuff up. Sorry, cactus. Mommy needs more poop. Ah. Overclocked the Hitachi on that one. Okay, there we go. I've got food. Dinner time. Alright. What am I doing again? 12. Awesome. If you're watching at work, my goal is to make you laugh. And I am not sorry about that. I am definitely not sorry. In high school, I used to tell jokes specifically timed for when my friend was drinking his Dr. Pepper. And he did snort it up his nose once and chased me around the school and almost never forgave me because it hurt so bad. I don't regret that the least because it was friggin' hilarious. Maybe not my highest empathy score, but it was actually super hilarious, and I would probably do it again. God, it just the care and attention Hello Games has put into that poop animation just is so rad. These are quotes you can take to the bank, folks. All of this is gold. I want to get off this as soon as I can. I want to get off this planet and show off some other planets because let's see here. It's what, like Pacific time. It's almost 3, but I could probably stream another hour. So yeah, I got nothing super crazy going on. Water sure looks good now too. That's a shallow puddle. I want to swim. This puddle is... It's an ocean that's 1 foot deep. Nice. Okay. Okay, well. I will need that eventually. Be super rad if I could find some cobalt. How do all these creatures live on cobalt if you can't find any? Huh? Huh? Checkmate, atheist. That's right. There we go. Love the underwater. It's not quite Subnautica, but it's still pretty rad. Is that a comm station? Yeah. It's my No Man's Sky ASMR. It's my whisper stream. Welcome. I'm kidding. It's not my whisper stream. Suddenly I have three people on, so thank you. I am doing the community mission for week 2, which is feed a bunch of creatures. The planet's desert planet, but it's pretty cool in that it's got a really nice mix of creatures. It's got like 13 different creatures and like a crabbies and some wild gek, and I saw a stegosaurus, and I saw like a kind of giraffe megafauna looking thing. Like it's got some pretty rad creatures. I'm pretty impressed. A couple of them eat cobalt, and so I've kind of been just wandering around looking for caves with cobalt. I have not found any, so that's, I don't know if that's just like they ate all the cobalt or what. I'm trying to figure out how they would survive when you literally can't find cobalt, but that's not a big deal. As you can probably see from my screen, I actually can't see your comments. PlayStation's doing me good. But I do have comments up on the app on my phone. So if you want to say hi, say hi. I'll read your stuff. I'm just not going to look down constantly. So. Let's see here. Maybe if I went near a mountain, I could find a cave. A lot of criminology about Hello Games and sandworms and all that sort of thing, and of course, you know, they send us to a desert planet with giant floating tremors creatures, and I do like how cheeky Hello Games is just in general. I think, you know, it's funny. So we're a month in, and we finally started the community events, and there's going to be 8 weekly community events, and that puts us right at 3 months. So I bet you 1/6 comes out at the end of the community events, and that will be pretty cool, right? You'll have the 8 community events. I'm so glad they waited until all the bugs were fixed. So, they released, July 24th. So it's actually been like 10 weeks. And 1.5 was a delightful buggy mess, and I enjoyed the heck out of it, but boy, if you had a legacy save where you hosed, so, not, like, if you're gonna promise something and then break the promise of, hey, I'm starting out, the community events immediately, like, that's a good one just not to do, not to try to commit to when you've got, like, way bigger fish to fry. So, good on them for that. I'm actually, and then they actually released a really nice development post a week ago saying, hey, we're working on some stuff. Like, I know this is basic 101 stuff for most developers, but for like a fan of Hello Games since 2013, like, this is good. This is like really great progress. I'm really proud of them. I feel like we should say, hey, we're really proud of you for committing to this level of communication, which you're not used to. And I understand that it's not the same level of communication that other companies will give you, but it's good. Oh, just lost all the other folks. Oh, that's fine too. Well, bye bye. No, I'm gonna keep going. Some like house on the hill there. What is that? Ooh, a manufacturing facility. Do I have? May I see the containment facility, Mr. Franklin? Please. What is my multi-tools? What does it look like? Do I have a? I don't have a boltcaster. I don't even have. Uh, I don't even have a terrain manipulator because I never bothered with the second carbon nanotube or the dihydrogen. Well, might as well do that. I'm probably gonna have to do that. So I need to craft a dihydrogen jelly. I need to craft. Oh, I didn't need 3. Oh well. Okay, let's go over here to multi-tool. Install the terrain manipulator. And okay, so I've cleared that out. Okay, cool. Awesome. Let's, do I need one more? Yeah, okay. Okay. Terrain manipulator is super rad. Does what it says on the tin, where you can basically just delete terrain or create terrain out of thin air. Of course, the lore around this game is really interesting, right? There's a whole, like, sci-fi, are we in a simulation type of lore. So things that seem utterly fantastical, like creating terrain out of thin air, or uh, glitches in the game itself, are actually explained away in the lore, which is cheeky, but I think if you're an indie developer, you kind of have to do that just to get folks off your back for a little while. Those what I think they are. Yeah, I don't need the exosuit boost, do I? This. Oh, it's just the jetpack power switch. This is fun. If you do it right, you can just fly. And get my ass walloped by this stuff. Any landing you can walk away from. All right. 14 creatures. I just better find more carbon creatures. This whole cobalt searching thing is just not my bag, I don't think. So somebody asked me why YouTube rather than Twitch. All my friends who are content creators, that I kind of met as a reply girl and commenter, are on YouTube. So folks like L Plays and Simtex UK and Sword, they're all YouTubers exclusively. Like, I'm not here to create content. I probably won't do this a lot. And especially not with voice chat, because I'm not super comfortable with my voice online, but today I'm just saying fuck it. So it was one of those where I kind of got a little bit of notoriety commenting and being like a friendly person on YouTube in the build up to when 1.5 came out. And I thought, well, hey, I have a channel. I'll just stick some videos on here. So yeah, and honestly, like, Twitch's iPhone app kind of stinks. And because of that, and their Apple TV app really stinks, or is non-existent, I think, and you have to use a third-party app, which is not great. I've just kind of stuck with YouTube for no good reason. No Man's Sky is a YouTuber's game. Like, the Twitch presence for No Man's Sky is a lot less than on YouTube. Come on, cop. And frankly, I think the YouTubers are a lot more enthusiastic about the game. So, like, I just kind of stuck around. It's like the difference between Twitter and Masto, right? You want a community that's just enthusiastic about the same stuff you're enthusiastic about. And if, like, YouTube is not perfect. I got on here with my human voice saying words, and I was like, God, I hope nobody who is a fucking Nazi is listening. Because, like, hey, my voice is different than my name, or my avatar might suggest. So, yeah, it's not the best, it's not the worst, but I really do like the No Man's Sky YouTube community. I think they're great. And I do think, well, man, 15, all right, 10 to go. I really think that I'm just lazy enough not to go to Twitch. So, there you go. Gotta feed these cactus eaters some cactus. We're almost there. 2/3 of the way there. And I'm pretty pleased that it's going to probably take exactly an hour and a half to do, which I think that's just exactly the right length of time for a mission, for a hunt and peck kind of mission like this. 90 minutes. Always seemed to me like in Skyrim that was just the sweet spot. You'd go into a cave, you'd fight some bears, there'd be some pirates or whatever. And it would take about 90 minutes, and it would feel like just a really simple dungeon crawl, time waster. But it was meaningful, right? Like, you weren't done in half an hour, and it felt like nothing. And it wasn't like a 3-hour slog where you're just like, oh god. Although I would go super slow. I played an archer rogue type, sneak around and hit stuff with arrows. Send what's her name in. What was your first companion's name? Oh well. Send her in to just like kick some ass and then lock the door behind her and then wait. Like, I played a complete and utter coward in Skyrim. I enjoyed the hell out of that coward though. I hope that's something that actually gets put in the game in No Man's Sky, is the procedural dungeons and whatnot. So they hired a guy months and months and months ago, about a year and a half ago now, who's like, his side project was like, oh, hey, I can create these like 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer procedural cities and procedural dungeons, and it looks super rad, and you can walk through them and whatnot. And I thought, and of course, everybody in the community kind of like who heard that was like, that's gonna be so rad when it's in the game. And of course, it's not exactly in the game. The cave systems are a lot better, and they do stick treasures at the bottom. And the first time I tried to go after some really neato treasures, I actually killed myself because my terrain manipulator was not charged. There was only cobalt and no iron in the caves, and I couldn't recharge it. And so I walked myself as close to my ship as I could underground, and then let myself be poisoned by whatever poison gas thing was in the caves. That was like definitely a coward's way out. I should have done some other stuff first. There were some other things to try that I didn't even think about until later, and that would have been good to try. Like, I do regret just like killing myself and then going grave robbing to get the treasures. That felt like I was cheating myself out of enjoyment. So, alright, that's not cobalt. Alright, more creatures. Should probably get back to my ship. I can't call my ship. I didn't install the little like teleporter thing, so how far away are we? We're like 20 minutes away. I should probably get heading back. The largest game in the universe. I love it. I really do. Like, and I know a lot of this stuff has been said a million times, but I haven't said it, so here we go. The scale, they finally got right. It's not 1-to-1. That's not 6 feet tall, right? The scale's kind of 12-to-1, which is, I think, just fine, or 1-to-12. But it works, like, it's consistent. It used to be like, oh, the terrain was 1/60th the size, but the animals were the same size as you, and like giant creatures that were 8 meters tall, I use in giant air quotes, looked like 480 meters tall because they're, trundling their way up some mountain that's supposed to look like a giant mountain, but actually is just a small hill. So they finally kind of got that right, and the draw distance is just absolutely nuts. Can't really tell here. Cloud's got a lot better looking too, but I did a measurement, and the draw distance on your average planet is about 5 kilometers, which is about like I said, to a kind of a 1-to-12 scale. That's about what you could. About what you could see in real life, 35 kilometers, or 60 kilometers on a good day. The whole continent thing, in the original game, there used to not be continents at all. Now there's continents. It's just like the little touches I just really get excited about. It's the whole reason why I restart every update, is because I want to get that experience over and over and over again. And actually, so I've restarted 1.5 a few times, and they really, they actually handcraft a lot of that tutorial. That would, like, stuff that feels like it should be procedurally generated. Like, you will always get whatever storm du jour for that planet. You'll get that exactly halfway between your ship and the building that has the part you need. I wish I could remember the part name. But it, like, you're exactly halfway in between, and you're forced to make this decision. Oh, do I hide out in a cave? Like, how do I deal with this storm? And they put that storm in there. So they have these hooks. You can tell that they have these hooks in the game engine to do this sort of stuff this sort of handcrafted puppet mastering of the procedural generation engine, and not a lot of people are talking about that, but honestly, that's I think one of the most powerful aspects of the 1.5 experience is that, and I think we're going to start to see it more and more with these community missions, is that they do have the ability to integrate procedural generation and kind of these handcrafted events, triggered events that happen based on your character's distance from your ship or what have you. And I think the more of those they put in the game that surprise you or that are novel, and even if you're dreading, like, oh no, what if I get too far away from my ship and a fleet of walkers come because I'm in sight of a factory that I didn't see coming. Like that sort of stuff, I think will add way more depth than the game has now. And the game is pretty good now for depth. Like it's way deeper than it used to be. So, for those of you just joining, this planet has like no cobalt and no caves, and half the creatures eat cobalt. It's just a crying shame. So bring some cobalt. If you are going to do this community mission, pro tip: bring your own cobalt. That's the type of party it is. Is that gonna give me some? Pyrite. Secondary element is pyrite for pretty much all this stuff. Which is cool. I don't mind. Oh, I got some more today. It's a meaty boy. Oh, goodness. Hey, that's the first storm. Let's see how it goes. So I've been here 2 game days. Okay. Wish there were creatures. They actually are pretty shy. These creatures are pretty shy. I think it's going to take about an hour and a half to get 25. It's funny, every time I watch YouTubers playing No Man's Sky, it's just one of those games where you're continually frustrated that the YouTuber doesn't notice this or that, or is just a dork because they're not paying attention. And now that I am in a position where I'm talking and thinking about talking and thinking about playing the game, like, I'm just running around like a dork. I have no idea what's going on. This is why you don't use your cell phone and drive, folks, because I've seen YouTubers play No Man's Sky, and if that's how y'all act, and I know now that's how we all act when we drive and talk on our phones, that's just bad news. You shouldn't do it, guys. I have so much zinc. I actually need to get rid of zinc, so. Still 15. 15 out of 25. I gotta say, I'm really gratified to have 2 people watching this stream, because it's literally the first stream I've ever done with voice. So, thanks. This is not a thing I normally do, but one of you is a really good friend, and he wanted to see some No Man's Sky, but he was stuck at work and couldn't play co-op with me, and so I'm streaming for him. But, of course, because I am an attention monger, I put it on Masto, and so it's not like this is totally, oh my goodness, what a surprise, thank you all. I did kind of stick this in here. Well, I'm definitely not a big game streamer. How do you pronounce your name? Is that Yime? You are super rad. Thank you for coming over. Goodness, lots of people have been here. But what a view, like right off the bat, right? That's pretty cool. Yeah, I get the feeling, like, honestly, I stream. Uh, the comment was that you watch the streams more than play games. God, it's just getting eaten alive by those things. Uh, I'll be honest, I do too. I do not have a ton of time in my day. I got two kids, and they're beautiful, beautiful children, and I love them. Uh, which kind of by default means, ah ha ha, oh, hilarious. There was Cobalt right next to the friggin' portal. This is like Metroid, where you only go right, and you go right all the way to the Jigme. Awesome. Thank you very much for helping me with the pronunciation there. Oh god, and my inventory's full because I'm talking and not paying attention to the game. YouTubers suck. We suck. Y'all, we suck. Get rid of that. We are not high quality game players. I'm just warning you all now. Okay, there we go. Now we'll. Okay, so if you play the game, there's a bunch of creatures that eat cobalt. And of course, right next to the portal is all the cobalt you could ever need. As long as you look the other direction. Oh god, that's so... See, this is what I talk about, like that combination of handcrafted and procedural experience. This portal was not here on purpose. But boy, wasn't it convenient that right next to the portal was cobalt to feed half the creatures on the planet. And you cannot find cobalt anywhere else, even doing a giant circle around this stupid thing. So yeah, this game is so much fun, honestly. I will admit, I do enjoy kind of being tortured by my games a little bit. I am willing to put up with a lot of stuff to get a specific kind of novelty out of a game, which is, hey, you're walking along, you go over a ridge, and you see something beautiful, and whether it was put there by hand by a developer or using a system that could create such an experience, I really like just kind of taking that experience in. And then having stuff like this, which, okay, whatever, like a lot of this stuff is just, oh, I'm in Canada, that's great. A lot of this stuff is what it is, but just the ability to do it, I think that's neat. Feed the birds too. I don't know. I didn't know you could do that. Where would the poop land? Just in case you don't know, Jigme, I am on a mission to feed animals, these alien creatures, and collect their poop. This is an actual mission in this actual game made by actual adults for actual other human beings, and it's wild, and I love it. But I haven't been able to find any animals recently because I think that was part of the challenge. Like, they picked this planet to be the planet for their community event, and of course they pick a planet where all the animals are shy and you have to wander around for an hour and a half to find them. I think that's just their sense of humor, right? That's a thing. Oh god, look at that draw distance. That's the dorkiest thing I'm going to say, but just look at that. I think I had this exact view an hour ago, but it was during the day. That's just something. And that hill's probably like 1 kilometer away, 2 kilometers away. Look at the clouds. On PC, these clouds are way better, but like I was saying earlier, I do not have 2,000 simoleons to drop on the dual 1080s required to play this game at 4K. Like, it's just not happening. It's funny. Are we sure they're adults? Not 100%. It's all very tastefully done. It's like a Herb Ritts music video. It is, I think, just a little bit cheeky. So the animals in the game have been derided for having very simple artificial intelligence, and I think these community events are designed to feature each week some new game mechanic that I think that they're proud of, right? And one of the game mechanics they're really proud of is feeding animals, because it was a thing that was in the original game that came out, but it was kind of dumb. And like the animation wasn't great, or the AI wasn't great, and the experience was okay, but not great. And so now, like with the first week mission, it was dig up these. Let me see if I can find one. It was like what's that one? Dig up something in the ground, and it's a little treasure. And when you find the treasure, you'll get the thing that buys the currency that gets you the new emote or the new helmet. And it's just an activity, right? But that is a new mechanic. This using your terrain manipulator to dig up a thing that is a treasure is a new mechanic, and I think they just want to show it off. So it's almost like an advanced tutorial for all the stuff that's not in the basic tutorial. And of course, it's a nice time waster. They're each a week long, and there's 8 of them. It's definitely there to be something for us to do while they work on the next big update, which they go dark for 2 to 3 months between updates after they do all the bug patches. And I think they're done with the bug patches, which is great. Where are all my creatures? You know what? Okay, I'm going to go back to the portal. I'm going to get in my ship. I'm going to fly around. I'm going to drop someplace else. Yeah, okay, so yeah, Jake, the next time we meet, let me give you the disc version, honest to God. I should have said that. It goes on sale a lot, but yes, this is a $60 video game, apparently made by adults. And yes, it is 2 years old, and yes, I'm collecting poop on a $60 video game. This is definitely it's not everyone's cup of tea. So typically what I do as kind of an evangelist for the game is I have physical copies I lend out. If you like the game a lot, you can install the online version. No, it's a funny game. It's a funny old game. And I'm on this single planet this entire stream. Like, I think so. The game's players and the game's garden path don't always agree with each other. And I think a lot of these community aspects are meant to kind of help with, like, teach players how to play the game the way the developers want the game to be played. So, like, a lot of players will just grind the heck out of warp fuel for their ship and then just go and try to reach the center. But, like, the goal of reaching the center is this passive goal, the center being the center of the current galaxy, is this passive goal, right? And you're supposed to enjoy the journey. It's not about the goal. But, like, game players are not journey-oriented folks. They're kind of goal-oriented folks. And so you get this dissonance between the game that really wants you to, hey, land on every planet, feed some animals, dig up some stuff. And the gamers who are like, I need to grind 5,000 hex cores in order to buy all the cool stuff that you offered me this week, because this is the habit that games have taught me to be in for the last 25 years. So I think I love that these community events, these weekly things, are not super involved story things. They're not super easy either, right? They're not combat missions, at least not yet. They are meant to tell you, take your time, enjoy yourself, feed the animals, you know? I gotta catch up on chat. Y'all, I actually have 2 people in chat. I have no idea how to handle myself now. A lot of fun. I just can't justify the cost so I can play Eternal Lands for free and not worry about I don't have the hardware for it. You know, absolutely, right? Like, I am never, ever, ever going to shame someone for saying this game is expensive because it is. Like, it's a full price game, which, just got hit by a cactus. It's a full price game that is 2 years old, and on paper that does not look good, right? That does not look like a thing that's very consumer friendly, and I get that, like 100%. The only thing I can say in its defense, truly, is that it is a game that basically every time it updates, it is a re-release of itself. So, sorry about that noise there. So, for example, 1.3 was like an HD remaster of itself. And it was free. All the updates have been free. 1.5 is basically No Man's Sky 2. The game is completely overhauled. And while the mechanics are similar, from like a 50,000 foot view, once you get down into the details, there's a lot more depth, and it's a lot prettier, and all that sort of stuff. And it was a free update, so yeah, I think they justify it by saying, "Hey, it's a premium experience. We're putting a lot of money into it. We need to earn money, and we're not hitting you with microtransactions at all. We're not a big company. We want to have some sustainable experience, and so as a result, well, we're going to charge new people $60." You know, it is what it is. Like I said, it does go on sale, especially on Steam, but even on PSN, it'll go down to 30 or even 25 at least once a year, usually 4 times a year. So, you know, it is. And if the release drama from 2016 is still on your mind, that's legit, right? Like, I was, I was there, day one, right? August 9th, I got my PS4 copy, and I put it in, and it updated the day one patch. But by then, everybody had soured on it because of the pre-release footage that had come out. And it was a bloodbath. Well, the PC release really was just bad. It ran on like one system configuration, and everybody else's PC was just hung out to dry. And it was not done. The game was not finished. If we were in a perfect world, this would be the first release that was not in early access, right? So, you know, being a little bit cautious around this game because the company is still asking for $60 human. Yeah, that's legitimate. Like, I am not going to disagree with that. I like it, but I'm a sucker for this stuff. The only game I'm mad about paying for is Star Citizen. I'm super pissed off that I think I put $100 in on that thing in 2013, just before just before No Man's Sky had their trailer. And I put in $120 on Star Citizen because it looked like the coolest game that could ever possibly be. And I wanted, you know, big, giant space experience, right? Who doesn't want a big, giant space experience? I wanted a Star Trek simulator. And It looked super rad for that sort of thing. And then I'm not gonna have a PC that's gonna run this stupid game. Like, Star Citizen's out of my league still, and it's still in alpha. Like, that's the only game I'm actually mad about. So, let's have some cool ass crystals, just kind of chilling out. But now I've lost them because I have the tracking skills of an ant. No, ants actually have good tracking skills. I have really bad tracking skills. There we go. Ah, aha, aha. There we go. Yeah, I have not tried Mass Effect Andromeda. It got another one of those bad raps at launch, and then because BioWare is a big company and they have bigger fish to fry, and they have to meet that quarterly earnings every day, every week. I heard they stopped updating it. So, and please correct me in the chat if I'm wrong about that. But yeah, like, I love Mass Effect. I thought the first one until I had to do the vehicle missions, which I just suck at. I love that game. I adore the heck out of that game. Because what it gets right is the alien-human interaction, which I think is... Hello, Sword! Sword! The Carolina Thunderstash is in the house. Hello. You're hearing my voice for the first time, so this is kind of crazy. This is not a thing I would normally do. I'm actually glad you're here, though, so that's really rad. Don't put money on that mess? Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, like, the promise of a big giant space experience has been a thing I've been after since, like, 1987 with Starflight and Echelon on the Commodore 64, and every single one is just an exercise in how okay you are with a little bit of disappointment, right? Like, a universe simulator is simulating the damn universe, right? Like, this is not a thing that is easy to... Why is somebody joining my game? I have network playoff. Unless he's a friend. I have network playoff. What are you doing on my game? Okay, fine, whatever. Thanks, Hello Games. Mr. Doodles 321. Thank you for joining my game illegally. I don't know what the heck you're doing here. There are no animals on this goddamn planet. I'm sick and tired of the no animals. They've all disappeared. Somebody's killed all the animals. And once again, I've just been running around blind. Ah, there we go. There we go. There's some animals. Yeah, I do have damage off sword. Thank you. Yeah, I turned everything off except like friends can see my ship and friends can see my feet on my player character location. So everything else is set to completely pacifistic mode. Like, nobody can delete my stuff. Nobody can do anything. God, I love these cute animals. So ugly. Oh, hey, there's a baby one with a giant head. All right. Well, good. So I'm at 18 out of 25. That's almost there. I was thinking it was going to take an hour and a half, but it looks like it might take 2 hours to do. I got no problem with that, though. I'm not doing anything. My company had a half-day all-employee meeting, but when your company has like 20,000 employees, you can kind of play hooky from the meeting. And nobody will know where you are. So I said, well, that's great. I'm going to get some noodles. I'm going to go home. I'm going to play some No Man's Sky. I didn't say any of that out loud because I am a good employee of my company. But that's what I did. Boss makes a dollar, I make a dime, right? Ah, yeah. I love the animation. So this is a thing I just absolutely adore about the new game. Is when you feed one of the creatures, the other creatures come and say hello because they're all greedy little animals. I think that is 100%, that petting zoo aspect is 100% the best. I hope that is a precursor to... I'm just going to feed it some more because I want some hexite. Is a precursor to like a petting zoo mechanic where you can keep the animals, or a pet mechanic I think I weigh nothing. Finally, at last. Uh, I think that would just be rad as all heck, and definitely something that would make the game just a little bit more fun. Just a little bit of that. Awesome sword. I am so glad to have a lurker. I used to do that to you constantly before I just ran out of time completely in my day. So thank you. Be sure to smash that like button. Yeah, life is good. Life is good on this desert planet. I'm my AI is not very good, honestly. If I'm just running around doing nothing, where the heck is the copyright? Okay. Yeah, I love that's another thing that improved. The Foley effects are way better than they used to be. Like they worked. You can tell they worked hard on like creature sounds and happy creature sounds and sad creature sounds and whatnot. So it's they're showing off, right? These community events are 100% built to show off new game mechanics or adjust game mechanics that maybe people are ignoring or just don't know, like to go in depth on. Oh, hey, let's dig some stuff up week one, right? Hey, let's interact with some animals. If you were here in 2016 and you got bored of that in 2016, check it out now, right? Uh, they're showing off and they're giving us a nice time thing to do for 8 weeks while they go dark and make the new update, and it's a heck of a lot better than just having an ARG. If this is the replacement for the alternate reality game that they had going last year, this is a great replacement. And it implies some really powerful things that they're able to do with the game as a whole. How they're able to craft the experience as a whole. So, yeah. What? Yeah, those little guys have a cute sound. I think my favorite animal sound are they're not on this planet, but there's some anteater looking creatures with kind of long snouts that just kind of dangle in front of them, which are in the game solely because they were in the concept art in 2016, and like Hello Games is all about making sure anything that ever appeared on any marketing material is now in the game, because that's the kind of like horrible stuff we hold them to as fans. But all right, I have a couple more launches left. I'm gonna see about. Oh, look at that, and some cobalt creatures, and I have some cobalt. I love this. It's so good. Okay, let's see if these guys give me anything. If they have the higher quality poop. Come here, little guy. I just want to feed you and collect your poop. This is not creepy at all. Awesome. And you. Yes, you. Alright. I think I'm going to get it this time, guys. Yeah, exactly an hour and a half. No, don't shoot the creatures. Eat your food. Don't shoot it. 24. Yeah, you too. I got plenty of Charleston shoes for everybody. There you go. 25. Okay, now give me the poop. Straight poop. Whoop. He meant to do that, guys. He meant to do that. Oh, that's awesome. I love it when giant creatures just fall into holes. That's like, I hope animals never get smarter than that, because that is just hilarious to watch every time. Thank you. Alright. Ah, yes. Yes. Oh, no. No, no, no. This will not do. This is not do at all. Yes, I must get rid of valuable resources in order to collect the poop. Alright. So, I am successfully done with this mission. After I collect all this poop, I will go through the portal and visit with my friend Polo, who I enjoy very much. Alright. He's really jogging hard. That guy's running. He's a slow guy. His legs are short. Alright. I think that's everybody's been fed. Oh, God, you're a big boy. Look at you go. Clean that litter box really quick and we'll be done. Okay. Alright. I don't want any more food from anybody actually now. Oh, there's that. Yeah, there's that two-legged guy. God, they're so rad looking. Like, I know it's still a lot of the same old pieces that they've been using, but I feel like even in the updates since 1.5, I feel like a lot of this stuff has gotten better. Listen to those stomps. Off into the distance. Okay. Lots of working. Where's my ship? Ah, there's my ship. Alright. I don't know Anthem, Jake. I have a lot of like very large holes in my gaming experience, so I don't know that game. I have no thoughts about it, and maybe that's for the best. I don't know. Let's see here. Where's the portal? If you're thinking to yourself, she sounds just like a Legacy Zero clone, that is entirely correct. He has the best delivery out of any of the YouTubers, and I will clone his butt to the ends of the earth because he just has a really great cadence to his voice. Not out yet. Well, that's probably why I don't have an opinion on it. So what is it? Is it another space simulator, or like combat-y or explore-y? Like, what's it like? Hit me up with that sweet, sweet info, Jake. I'm intrigued. As long as it's not like an Ayn Rand thing, I'm super intrigued. I don't think you're a closet Ayn Rand fan, but you just never know. With a name like Anthem, like it's either completely innocuous or it's like some closet Rush lyric thing. Open world spacey explory fighty sounds rad. Like I'm always down for more spacey explory fighty. I downloaded Starflight 1 and 2 just to try to get some like fix of that. Whoa! Do not YouTube and drive, guys. It's just bad news. I am too high to land. No shit. Let me land! There we go. Okay, there we go. It's only now a 20-minute walk to the portal after trying to park. Parking here is just a pain. Look at all this. Okay. I want you all to just imagine all of these communication balls in a Werner Herzog voice. Hello. Heya, guys. Let me go. Infowars.com. Oh god. Just kill me. Do I just go through? I just go through. Okay. Less grinding and more fighting. That's, well, depending on how, like, forgiving the fighting is, I could stand with a little of that. I am not a Twitch gamer at all. My entire backlog of games is like RPGs. just lots and lots of turn-based RPGs, to the point where like I can't even do an MMO and feel confident in my ability to do an MMO, right? But if the fighting is forgiving, if the ship combat or the foot combat is pretty forgiving, at least in a PvE standpoint, like I know I'm going to get my ass whooped by other human beings. But in a PvE standpoint, I would play a more combat-oriented game. Absolutely. Oh, hey, look! It's in the middle of a snowstorm on this planet too. Thank you. Okay. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm always interested, and I will eke out an existence of. God dang it! I will eke out an existence of like struggling to survive in a combat environment as long as the exploration's really good. I would say like the most combat-y I could really handle is kind of like a Bethesda RPG, action RPG, right? Oh God, I'm just killing myself. Okay. This is how I die, guys, is streaming on YouTube because I'm not paying attention. Okay. Alright. Cops are after me. I need some dihydrogen to make that jelly. Or do I need dihydrogen to make that jelly? Am I good, actually? No, I'm not. I need dihydrogen. I need fuel! Alright, I'm gonna hide out for a second in the ship. And then... Well, if there's squad play, then yeah, I'll let people be better than me. Like, I'm happy to be somebody's Fortnite 4th and just suck. While everybody else does all the work. Oh god, yes! Sword, the Thunderdome. Like, I watched Simtex take on, oh, what's his name? The General Lokar guy. And that was just rad. I was so pumped that it was exactly what I thought it was going to be. Somebody built a super rad Thunderdome. Simtex built that, right? So, or helped design it. And now there's like one-on-ones, and there's rules, and there's like what kind of build are you running? What's your rollout or whatever that's called? You know, like it's just it makes me super happy that I think people figured out a friendly way to do PvP that I think Hello Games will be friendly to, and maybe not expand, but like not try to patch out, right? Like adding all those multiplayer controls to make us all like to make me control your pacifism. That was something that I knew Hello Games would do, but if they see the player versus player being done in kind of a league style or an arena style, I think that's what they're after. Okay, yeah, I'll check out last night's matches. That's awesome. I'll definitely do that. If I can get probably an hour tonight, I'll definitely watch them because they're super interesting. What, if anything, was unique about them? I need dihydrogen, guys. Oh, it's right there because I'm a sucky YouTuber. All right, let's get some of this crap. I mean, to my credit, or in my defense, it's blue crystals on a blue background. So, not the easiest to spot when you're, like, randomly talking. Nice! Are you liking PvP, Sword? Like, how does it compare to something like the combat mechanics, not necessarily like the battle royale style, but the combat mechanics of like a Fortnite or something like that? Because like what I saw from the match I saw was that it was like slower paced, But it seemed like everybody was having a lot of fun, and that's really what matters. I just love, just apropos of that whole thing, I love that Cobra is now basically the Vince McMahon of the No Man's Sky WWE. And I think that's just like a rad persona for him to have. Like, it's Monday Night Raw, right? You got a couple matches, you do some tap dancing in between. It's just cool. Like, that's the other thing about this game that kind of grew out of or beyond the game itself. Yeah, what can I get rid of? Oh, I have plenty of hydrogen. Okay, so is the community. What's a dome battle? Tell me more. I don't think I've seen a dome battle. Is that more of a free for all multiplayer, like 4 guys going at it thing? Let's see here. Okay, now that I'm close to the ship, I'm gonna make some fuel. Oh, and that's tritium. Don't worry. Okay. Craft that. Craft. Oh no, wait. Metal plating. Craft metal plating. Launch fuel. Fuel. Launch thruster. Okay, now I can finally. Nice Galactic Thunderdome. Just the show. Yeah, the show as a whole is just entertaining, right? It's and it's that classic, like, Cobra is the most enthusiastic person in the room, but maybe. Oh wait, here we go. I detect the aroma of your research from here, traveler friend. Let us flatten our research banks as you fatten those creatures. Sync your findings with the anomaly database. I will do so. Uh, Upper atmosphere multi-level arena. That sounds like Power Stone. Remember that game for the Dreamcast, which is basically like Smash Brothers before Smash Brothers? The research will always better for further data, so you can get more. Okay, cool. 2,000 Quicksilver. Ah! Like, I love that Cobra is 100% the most enthusiastic guy on the stream every time. He has an amazing voice for radio. Absolutely great voice for radio. And then, like, he's always learning something, right? Like, now he's learning how to do play-by-play, and he's not the best at it yet, but it's just so endearing. It's just so much fun because it's not super polished, even though it kind of is super polished. Let's see here. Specialist pose. Be free, go see the stars. Oh yeah, that's right. So he'll, yeah, needs no assistance just yet. Cause, purchase suit technology, purchase weapon technology, purchase ship technology. Hey Cobra, what is this? If you could answer really quick, like, it's $220,000. I've never run into this before personally. Is it going to give me like some S class upgrade or something, or potentially like a C class upgrade, and I'd be really unhappy? I'm just curious about that. I'm gonna just leave it on here for a minute. Yeah, no, this is scintillating television, but I don't want to waste 220,000 units on, like, something I don't know about. What am I talking about? I think I have like 3 million, but probably a C. Okay, yeah. But then I could turn it into nanites at least, I guess. Yeah. No. But this is what I'm here for. This is what you're here for. Talk to this guy. But always a possible chance of an S. Well, man, I guess I made the right decision or not. Okay. Thank you, Sword. Next time I will understand and react appropriately. So, do I have enough to get anything cool? Create exotic items from Quicksilver. I have 2,000. Do I want to save up for the helmet? Gold weapons. Like the statues I have, like I don't even have a base yet. I don't give a rip about the statues, but the Sparse Horizon helmet looks pretty rad. The object name that doesn't yet have a correct name helmet looks rad. I love this game. UI spec helmet 02 name. Thanks, Hello Games. I hope that doesn't become glitched out when they actually put the correct name on it. So I won't buy a helmet. I will buy the thing I've been after since day one that 1.5 came out, which is the Mind Blown emote, which is a thing I actually put a yeah, exactly. Runaway mold is harder to get now, I guess. Like, you can't buy it from folks, but you can still refine it, right? The Mind Blown emote, I think, like 10 minutes after 1.5 came out and everybody saw the emotes, I think I put a Zendesk ticket in to ask for a Mind Blown. So, super happy that they still see me as a junior software developer and designer. And obviously nobody else thought of this. This is entirely me. And I take full credit, and I'll be magnanimous in saying, you're welcome. Is it first or last? Pleasure regardless. We have met before. Why are you introducing yourself again? Oh well. I glitched out, so I think the anomaly is glitched a little bit too, so. Yeah, I know. But I will seek the path of the Atlas. Because that's always a fun thing to do. Traveler hopes to make progress. Traveler tests. Yeah, this is what I'm here after. Is he much? Do you understand? Not for Nada to know. Yeah, I've only learned one milestone. So you earn, there's 3 currencies in the game, and one's really easy to earn, one's kind of easy to earn, and one's kind of hard to earn. None of them are microtransaction, at least, so that's nice. Oh yeah, Cobra TV's definitely getting a decal. 100%. I think all the hubs need a decal as long as they can submit good, high quality images, and like prove that they have 50 members or something like that. Like, your hub should be able to audition, right, for a decal. That's a thing I would be down for. So this is my old system, right? I'm trying to. It has been so long since I played this save. Yes, I love. All right. I just want to show off this planet for 10 minutes, and then I'll probably end the stream. But I just really love this little planet. I think I dug up half of it, getting buried treasure back when they were still worth 20 million units each, potentially. Like, that was such a gold rush. And I was a little sad when they nerfed that, but, like, honestly, all their balancing has really been for the best, and I'm really happy with where the game sits at 159. I'm really happy with. Look at those continents. I'm so happy about the continents. It's just a little thing, or big things, I guess. But it's not continents, it's archipelagos. Look at all those islands. Slow down. The only thing I would really ask Hello Games to do is to slow time down from 60 times normal speed to 12 times normal speed. Don't change how fast the animals move or the player models move or the ships move or anything like that. But that would mostly change how long a day-night cycle is, which I think deserves to be longer than it is now that you're on the planets longer. And it would slow down the clouds, which I know some folks get motion sickness, and I think they deserve to have some consideration on that too. Oh, I love this planet. I love these orange planets, the green trees. People talk about not seeing, unicorn frappe colored planets anymore, but I just love this. Oh, and Jake, speaking of Foley, listen to this ship as it flies around. It creaks. It always sounds like the starter ship always sounds like it's falling apart, like about to fall apart. And I remember the first time I played, you can hear it kind of creaking. The first time I played the game, I literally got scared. I thought the ship was going to fall apart around me, which was kind of a rad feeling of these big old clouds. Alright, guys. I'm going to land and dig something up. I'm going to dig up some treasure. Oh, right, this planet. Oh, I don't want to deal with extreme. Yeah, not feeling it. That would be awesome. The General Scroob, or the Emperor Scroob, President Scroob. Yes. Hail Scroob. I would love a Hail Scroob. That would be fantastic. I think there's going to be a lot of these by the end, because I think in another 3 months we'll get another 8 weeks, another season. I think we're gonna get. I hope we get 8. Although I think we're only gonna get 3 emotes, but no, that's not true. It was just that the haha emote was emote number 3. I hope we get 8 emotes, and then another 8 emotes before 1.7, and another 8 emotes before 1.8. Like, I want to be completely overwhelmed by my ability to BS with my friends without chat. I'm gonna have to fight some pirates. Hey, you want to see some combat, everyone? Here's some combat. I'm actually pretty good. 1.5 is really forgiving in space combat. Yeah, you found it. You found my Hexite. Yeah, let's do this. Come at me, bro. What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. But enough talk. I'm at you! I am out of practice. Like, I'm not gonna die, I don't think, but definitely not in practice. Okay, 2 though. Come here. Bring your pretty face to my axe. Somebody's trying to call me. Shut up, Polo. Good night, alt-right. Okay. Oh, if I do a scanner. Okay, sorry, yeah. Sorry, I wasn't scanning, I was just pressing the steer button really hard. That was fun. I am a nuisance. I know. I already know that. Is that mine? Oh, that's a recruitable frigate. Oh, yeah, okay. You seek new ships for your fleet, yes? My ship is the best. Happy crew, excellent guns. Ruby, hang on. You will love it, Fred. Your captain is an excellent friend, but the crew shall have joy to join me. Do I have enough money? I do not have enough money! Oh, that's sad. Okay, I'm gonna decline you. Whoa! Oh! No! No, no, no! No, 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 no. I think I accidentally shot it. That's not my style. Go to my, is that my freighter? Or is that... You seek new ship for your fleet, yes. My ship is the best. Ah, it's even more expensive. I need to sell stuff. Okay. These are so cool. So you can have a fleet, Jake, of your own ships. One freighter, mothership, capital ship, like that one there, very big. And then a bunch of smaller ones, 30, I think, smaller frigates. Unless that number's changed, Sword would know. And they can do missions. It's all passive, kind of stuff to earn money passively, stuff to earn items passively. And it's just neat stuff. Like, hey, if you want to have a fleet of ships, you can have 6 of your little ships, and like 6 single-person ships, and then they get stored in the freighter in your hangar bay. It's, at least I think it's in the hangar bay. Since 1.5, that mechanic has changed a little, but it's cool. Whoa! I'll show you this. So I have a freighter already. This is not my freighter, but I'll show you this freighter just so you can see that how big it is on the inside, because it is super sweet. Here's a couple of ships. These guys are twinsies. This happens a lot, where like the same model will show up in a single system over and over again. But for example, you can talk to this guy, and as soon as his textures load, you can try to buy his ship off of him. Sell items. If I sell enough items, I can... Oh gosh, pardon me. I can maybe afford one of those frigates. So let's see about that. What do I have that's worth money? Not much. That Hexite, but that Hexite's going to get me another emote. No, I don't want to waste it. Okay. But you can buy the ship off of them. There's 3 hangar bays of 3, so there's 9 spots. And I believe you can have 6 ships. If the mechanic has changed a little bit, though, you might be able to have even more. So. But you come up here, And take the stairs, then the ramp, then the hallway, then the ladder. This part is the most Mass Effect part of the game, right? Where you get the bridge and the crew and all that sort of thing. So here you go. There's some crew members, which if you run this ship, if you buy this ship, you get access to this whole control panel, which lets you do missions and control stuff, special multiplayer missions, and, well, you can do them single player too, but special missions that are based around improving your freighter and whatnot. You can see, talk to the guy, and he speaks an alien language at you. And let's see how expensive this one is. Yeah, so see, you get this big old chip here, and it's got storage slots and whatnot, and I think, yeah, my freighter's already better anyway, so I'm not going to exchange it. I wish they would fix that, where instead of having a cooldown period for, so the same button to jump is the button to confirm, and you have to hold down the confirm button, but they seem to overlap the controls a little, so that when you come out of a decision conversation, you're always jumping with your jetpack, and you look like a dork, and all the aliens make fun of you, which I'll admit is probably reasonable. But in the back here on the second floor, and you can see there's some dead ends, which usually means like there's stuff they want to add later. If there's a hall that just dead ends, usually means like that's a spot they're going to stick some, crew members' quarters or something like that in. So they like to have all of that kind of pre-stubbed out so that your freighter doesn't change shape. But in here, all of this can be turned into a base. Like, you can have a house and a home in this giant kind of hangar area above your ship, basically. And so there's lots of kind of, like Fallout base building stuff, shelter building. If you get into that crafty stuff, like, this game has a ton of mechanics that just go deep and deep and deep about it. So, it's $60, but I think there's a lot to recommend it as far as stuff that takes your time. Like, this is honestly the fastest 2-hour session I've had. There are times when I'm not streaming where I'm just looking at flowers and scanning animals and wandering around, traipsing through the Swiss Alps, and suddenly it's 3 hours later and you're like, what have I done with my time? And you realize what you've done with your time is just really enjoy yourself. So, yeah, if ever there was a game I could just blather on for about 6 years, it's this game. I have no trouble whatsoever talking about this game. What is that? Is that a planet? It's a moon! I have not been to this moon. Oh, there you go, Jake. Yeah, so that's the other thing. I totally forgot to mention that first off, you can probably get it used at GameStop for super cheap. And like Sword said, new, it's at Walmart, it's $20, and there's a Walmart just, there's several in town. Sword, Jake and I, I'll introduce you. Sword, Jake is a friend of mine in real life, like we both live in Portland. So yeah, no, that's super rad. Thank you for that information. If you don't mind running off of disk, I personally like download only, although I'm super hipster and will buy a physical copy too if I like the game enough. Yeah, it was funny. I actually started the stream because he wanted to see No Man's Sky. He was like, we were texting, and he's like, yeah, I haven't seen any No Man's Sky. I'm like, well, I'm home. Like, I'm not doing anything. Would you watch my stream? He's like, yeah, sure. So yeah, I wasn't gonna set it unlisted though because I am an attention hog. So yeah. Oh, dude, an alpine moon? Are you kidding? This is my jam. This is my, and they've got floating islands too. I'm living in a Roger Dean wonderland. These floating islands are big. Like, they're better than just the bowl-shaped guys you normally get. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. See? This is why you get the game. This right here. Where you're like, oh, I'll go to this moon. And from space it just looks like a blue piece of glass. And you're like, I've seen all the moons before. I know what's up. And then you get there. Right? And like it's crazy. It's cold as heck. And everything about this is just beautiful. And yeah, it's extreme, but like, this place is so rad, I might just build a base here. Look at that friggin' island. That friggin' floating island. Do I have enough launch fuel to get up there? And then get off? Do you mean like those planets that mess with the filters, the old school screen filters, to where like everything is black and white, or everything is yellow, or everything's, you know, this or that? Is that what you mean for? Yeah, everything's black and white and red. Oh god, I made a horrible mistake. I should not have come here. Oh, this is gonna be bad, because I think I'm out of fuel. No, I have one lunch left. Oh, thank god. I'm like, are those trees? No, those are tiny, tiny rocks, you idiot. Oh, that's awesome. But look at this. Oh, this would be a place for a PvP battle. Right here. Look at this, perfectly flat. Like, there's no cover. It's just you and the person you're trying to kill. And the extreme cold. And if you fall off, too bad. God, this is rad. Look at those ships. Look at that. Yeah. This game is, I mean, it's an aesthetic experience with the game attached. But they keep making the game and the aesthetic experience better and better every time. And in, 2 months, they'll probably have a bunch of features they're going to add. Like, yeah, you can't go wrong with $20. Jake, you gotta pick it up at Walmart. Oh, and it has those little cluster mountains too. Oh, that's rad. And then, of course, where is the planet? There's the planet. Oh, gosh. Yeah. It's a pretty neat planet. Cold. I wouldn't live here. A haunted jade planet. I will do so, sir. Like, I'm finally getting back. So I had this save. It was it's my 13-hour save from 1.50. It was the first one I did. But the problem was that it was going to glitch. Like, I knew it was going to glitch. It had, like, I started on multiplayer with a friend, and I had a freighter, and I had a couple frigates, and I knew that bad boy was going to glitch sooner rather than later, so I set it down. I haven't done any playing on this save in, like, a month and a half, and basically since that first weekend. So I put 13 hours on it, like, immediately. Got the freighter off of the rescue mission, and then I had to set it down because I didn't want to lose my save from a bug. And so now that 1.59 is out, I'm like, yeah, let's do this. Oh, it's a dead planet too? Is that what this is? Awfully flat. Not my style. I like the curves a lot more. I don't know about you, but I like my planets round. Oh no, the clouds all look the same. Literally unplayable. Thank you, Sword. Thank you so much for coming to my stream. It was an honor having you. The pleasure is all mine. I think I'm going to end here pretty soon. So I'm just going to go back to the portal for the thing with the thing in the thing, and then call it good so that I can do that next time I log on. Jake, I hope you haven't fallen asleep. I hope everybody's enjoyed this, because I've had a blast doing this, and positive feedback is only going to encourage me to do this more. So you only have yourselves to blame. Getting out of your ship, save the game. Alrighty, everybody. Thank you so much. This was absolutely a blast to do. I'll probably do it again. I will see y'all later. As it takes like 20 minutes to, okay, there we go. Stop broadcasting.